Hey guys, I'm the 50s Kid. So we need to talk about a few things that have changed in my life recently. I lost my job, but don't worry, I've found a new job. I actually lost my job back in December, and so I've been looking for work all this time, and so I finally found a new one, and it's cool, it's good, it's a good job. The reason this sucks though is because my old job, I had actually had that job for over 10 years, and I had been able to work from home. For those of you who don't know, I am a web software developer. That's what I do. So yeah, I've been able to work from home, been able to sort of make my own hours. I've mostly been working like a night schedule, which kind of has worked out because my old boss, he lives in the Czech Republic, and so he would sort of wake up around 8 p.m. my time. So for me to be working like a 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift my time, that kind of worked out because he would wake up, we'd kind of work together because he's a software developer too. So that kind of had worked out, and because of that schedule, I'd been able to sort of like wake up, come out here, work in here, and do all the stuff I need to do for the videos, and it's been really cool and convenient, and that's been like during the day when all the neighbors are gone and I can make as much noise as I want. I haven't really had any sort of constraints and stuff, so it's been super convenient. But I no longer have that convenience because now I got to go to a normal job, 9 to 5, and that means that like my schedule for how I film these videos is going to have to change because the biggest problem I have is that, I've got a guy who lives above me, and I'm really cool with him and everything, and he's like understanding, he knows what I do, he knows about the channel and everything. And so he's fine, but I don't really want to like push that relationship too hard. So it's like I could get home from work and maybe do a little bit of something, but I can't really make a lot of noise, and I can't really, I can't be busting ball joints loose and all that stuff. So things are kind of going to have to change with how I film the videos. But the good thing is that he travels for work a lot. So he's like gone for a week at a time, but then he'll be back for a week. So it just kind of, it messes with my schedule a little bit, and I'll have less convenience, won't be able to go to parts stores because they'll be closed. I can't go to the junkyard during the week and all that stuff. So I'll have to readjust a few things, but all in all, I think it's generally a positive thing. And I got a good job, it's all good, did real good, pays real good, so I'm happy there. I'm gonna be all right. Things are gonna be fine. I would have really loved to kind of, do the channel full time, at least for a little bit, but honestly, it just doesn't make enough money. It's just not, the automotive YouTube space is just so crowded these days. It's not like back in the day when it was just Scotty Kilmer and Eric the Car Guy. Like you could start a channel back then and really do something, but nowadays, it's like everybody and his mama is starting a channel. Every joker thinks he can start a channel just like me, right? And which I'm just one among many. But it's really difficult to get traction on a channel. That's why like most of the automotive YouTubers, they're still working full time or mostly full time. They're just kind of they're shooting videos here and there. Even some of the best, or they still have to work full time to do it. It's not really, you can't make it a full time gig. Whereas like if you look at the woodworking YouTubers, they're just all completely dedicated to YouTube now. They start a channel and they've got 500,000 subscribers, and it's just crazy. I wish it could be that way in the automotive world, but it's just not. So my schedule is going to have to change, and also I think what that really means is that my release schedule is going to change. All this time I've been sticking to the whole, one video on Sunday, one video on Wednesday routine, and it's been good for me. I kind of like that routine for some odd reason, but I might have to change that up to just like release the videos when I finish them, because I don't, there's also editing that has to be done and all that stuff. So I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get everything done, and that rigid schedule might not work for me, So. But it should be fine. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know about that, let you know about that schedule change and everything, and I'll make it work somehow, and we'll probably still get a lot of good videos out. But anyway, stick with me. I still got some interesting videos yet to come. And so as far as this goes, this is my E46, as you know, and I went to convert it back to an automatic because I'm just kind of done with the manual, and I'm going to have a commute now, and I just didn't want the manual transmission on a commute and all that stuff, and it was just a good excuse to throw the automatic back in. So I did that last weekend, filled it up with fluid, started it, it started leaking, slow drip. So I think that's kind of the universe's way of keeping things on balance probably. So I've pulled the automatic transmission back out, took the torque converter out. Luckily, it's not a spun bushing or anything like that. I can't really see anything visually wrong, so I have to surmise that it must be the seal, the oil pump seal, that might be damaged. It's probably me that damaged it because I was removing the torque converter in and out several times. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but the torque converter, the aftermarket torque converter, is actually scraping against that aftermarket oil pump when you first turn the car on. I had pulled that torque converter out back when I did my engine rebuild, and I saw where it was scraping. I didn't do anything about it at the time. But this time I decided to do something about it. So I kind of had the torque converter in, I was spinning it around, trying to listen for that scraping sound, and I pulled it out and I was looking for, that torque converter is painted blue. So I was looking for where that blue paint had transferred onto parts of the oil pump. And I saw that, I saw where it transferred onto. So I just kind of ground off the metal a little bit with my die grinder, just to kind of, and I put the torque converter back in, just retested it, spun it around several times, listening for that scrape each time, and I kept doing it until the scrape went away. So maybe I just inserted the torque converter one too many times and I might have just damaged the oil seal. Hopefully that's what it is. I bought a new oil seal, so I'm going to put it in, put everything back in, and hopefully that'll be all good. Other than that, we've got a big project coming. I actually start my job in 2 weeks, so I still have a little bit of time to kind of do stuff. I want to get this done and out of here tomorrow. That way I have a lot of time for this new project coming in. It's not really going to be a long thing. It's an engine rebuild, but it's just a head gasket thing. So we'll make videos on that. Hopefully I'll be able to get those done before I start the job, my regular new job. But if not, then we'll still get it done. Anyway, stick with me, guys. I still got a lot of good videos yet to come. So if you enjoyed this one, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm the 50s Kid. Thanks a lot for watching.